Hey y'all, day 2 of Vlogmas. I wanted to take you guys on an adventure with me to 7 Layers Creative Studio in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So they offer candle making and cocktail making classes. This is just a view of everything as we walked in so you could kind of see a setup. They also offer fluid art, so you could come in and paint bears, dogs. They have a few different statues that you could choose from, but we were there for the candle and cocktail making classes. Now, I know we're still getting to know each other over here at XO Swag TV, but I love candles and I'm a mobile bartender here in Broward County, so I thought, why not learn how to make other cocktails? So they have everything set up for you. You don't have to bring anything. The only thing we did bring is food, which I'll show you later on in the video. And you get to choose your vase that you want the candle in. You get to choose up to 3 cents. You could do 1 cent, 2 cent, or 3. I chose 3. This is our lovely assistant Lauren. She pretty much explained everything, letting us know, that's my sister, hey sis, letting us know how long the candle has to sit after we make it. She was explaining the temperature of the wax. She was letting us know that they use organic wax, so you could use it for your skin, as well as if you're into other things, you could use it, and it's okay to use it on your skin. It won't harm your skin. So she was basically telling us that these are all of the color candle holders that they have. She was letting us know all of the different scents, the ones that are the most popular, and also explaining to us that we need to make sure we smell it and smell coffee beans in between so that we can get a real sense of what the smell is before we mix it into our vial and make it a candle. So she was very helpful. I love Lauren. Our bartender was Jen, which you'll see later on in the video. They were both very nice, very welcoming, very engaging. They explained everything to us. So this is the basin that you choose your scents and you put it in, and then she'll kind of walk us through the process there. So you'll see the mixers there because, again, you do the candle and cocktail, but we started with the candle. So the candle is about an hour long. It's way more relaxing, very zen, very chill. I think the longest part of the process is kind of smelling what scent you want. I chose mahogany teakwood. That's like my favorite candle at Bath and Body Works. I chose, for my first scent, for my second scent, I chose cashmere, which I also love. And then I chose a hint of peach. So everybody said I had the best smelling candle. This is not me being biased. Like, this is literally what happened. So after you choose your scents, you mix it. So these are the scents that I chose, and she's going to walk us through the process of mixing it, and then she's going to bring our wax. So she also lets us know that we can decorate the candles after we mix it. So that's the wax. She had to come in and check the temperature on it, make sure everything was right. We had to put our wicks in, and then she's going to show us how to pour, and then she'll take those away and we'll start the cocktail making. So this is me pretty much pouring my scents in. I chose all 3. Some of us chose 1, some of us chose 2, but I thought all 3 would make a good scent, and it did. So we mix it. After we mix it, she'll come and get it and tell us that she has to let it sit, and then we get a nice pretty bag after we decorate it, which I don't think I recorded us decorating it, but you get to add like sage and some weatherstone and like different things in the candle to make it look prettier. The sage, she said, did alter the scent, so I didn't use sage. I think I used like the weatherstone because of what it represented, but there was different choices you had, and I think I chose like gold glitter because it looked really pretty. And we cannot use it for up to 2 weeks, so I'm so excited to burn this candle. I'm like a little disappointed that I have to wait, but it's all for the good cause. So from there, we start our cocktail making, and our bartender or instructor for this part of the event was Jen. So they, again, provided all materials. This drink called for Tito's, Prosecco, I believe mango flavoring, and lemon juice. I can't fully remember, but again, the drink was very, very delicious. So they walk you step by step. She even gave us some history on how different vodkas are made out of wheat, how some are made out of barley, and how some, that's why when you drink certain vodkas, it can affect your immune system, and if you have PCOS. So it was also very educational. Even though I am a mobile bartender and I play around and mix drinks all the time for my friends, family, as well as my clients when I have events, it was also interesting to learn a little bit more about history and the way things are made. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I would definitely recommend. They are very thorough and they explain things as you go along. It's not like you just come in there blind and you have no idea about what you're doing. So you'll see me listening intently so that I can kind of understand what we're doing next. They were asking questions to see kind of like trivia on bartending, and my friends were trying to get me to answer, but I was trying not to be biased because, again, I have the advantage. So I was kind of letting Jen do her thing, but this was the part of the process where she was pretty much explaining how she wants us to mix things and telling us when to pour it, what the measurements equal out to. And they also provide you with the recipe once you're done, so that if you want to make this at home, you'll be more aware of what that is that you're doing. So this is me adding the mangoes to the jigger. It was already measured out, so she ended up saying that after the fact. So I could have just poured it directly into the mixer, but I was trying to follow the instructions as she was giving them. So this is the mango. I think we poured the Tito's so far, and we're just pretty much waiting to see what else we have to pour into the drink. So at this point, I believe we're going to add the ice, because you definitely want to use ice to make your drink cold when it's in the shaker. It'll actually get really, really cold when you add ice and you shake it. You'll start to notice that your hand gets really, really cold, almost uncomfortable, but it's for the better tasting drink, because when you strain it, it'll actually be cold. Again, at that point, you could decide to add ice to your glass, or you could just drink it as is. At this point, we're getting ready to shake it. So she's telling us to make sure the top is secure, because they've had accidents where people haven't secured the top of the shaker and it exploded all over them. So that's always a pro tip. When you're using a shaker, make sure you have the top on and make sure it's secure before you start shaking. Otherwise, you will have an accident. So she also said the best way and the most fun way is to stand. Again, this class is very engaging and very interactive. So I know you cannot see Jennifer because I was trying to focus on the steps, but they played music. We got to dance. You really just got to get in the feel and the vibe of like what you were doing. So again, even though I am a mobile bartender and I do this all the time, this was a different experience even for me. So this is where it starts to get cold. And you could see that I kind of changed the position of it because it kind of started to make my hand uncomfortable because of how cold it is. But you can try to shake it different ways, have fun with it. Part of being a bartender is how you shake your cocktail maker. So we're getting ready to add another ingredient. I believe it was simple syrup. I really cannot remember. They explained all of that when we were in the class, but this was a few nights ago. So forgive me for not explaining everything. I just wanted you guys to kind of see the process, let you know that they provide everything for you and they walk you step by step. So after you added that next ingredient, I think we, at this point, put the syrup on the rim and we added some sugar so that we can kind of decorate the drink. So yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, we were going to go ahead and decorate the glass because we had, at this point, added all of our ingredients. So we just needed to do our rim. And once we finish our rim, we were going to go ahead and pour the beverage into the wine glass, or champagne glass, whatever you want to call it. I believe the proper term is a champagne flute. That's not a wine glass, so forgive me for the misinformation. But once we do that, then we get to taste it. Now, some of the stuff was out of frame because I was using my front camera and we were sharing the ingredients. So she had like a few plates that were circulating around the table, and that's how we kind of did our rim. So you can't see what I'm doing, but you could kind of get the idea. So I was sharing with my sister, who is on my right. In the video, it looks like she's to my left, and that's why you see some of the things are out of frame, because I had to kind of wait for her to finish doing her rim so that I could do mine. At this point, she wanted me, since I was the birthday girl, aka the star of the show, she wanted me to open the Prosecco so that I can go and add it to my drink and kind of top everybody else off. Pause. So you'll see me kind of struggling to get it open. When the pressure's on, you just kind of be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I'm doing this in front of a bunch of people. So I finally got it open. And a safe way to open a bottle such as this is to do it to the side. That way the cork doesn't fly and hit anybody. And that way if it does spill, it spills on the ground. So that's just another pro tip. She didn't say that in the class. That's just me kind of telling you that from being a mobile bartender, having almost 5 years of experience. That's the proper way to pop a bottle. So I'm going to top off mine, and then I did eventually walk around and top off everybody else. So this is another view because, again, the view is from my camera. So this is one of my friend's phones recording me, popping the bottle and pouring. And then after I pour my drink, I get up and I pour everybody else's. But I didn't record that whole process. I think I ended up stopping the recording at that point. So here's another view of the pour. This is, again, the Mango French 75. So if you've ever had a French 75, it doesn't usually have a flavor, but I really like the mango. So I would definitely recommend with or without the rim. This is my best friend giving us a toast as we got to try our first drink. So this is a visual of me trying the first drink. Again, it is a Mango French 75 and it's really good. Before we made the second drink, we ate, so we were able to bring our own food. And these are some of the ingredients we used for the second cocktail. We didn't use Tito's. We did use the Terramana tequila. I just wanted to show you guys a visual because you were able to substitute it if you didn't like a certain liquor. I think one of the people there didn't like vodka, so they used tequila in the first drink. I wouldn't necessarily recommend, but again, it's a matter of preference. So this is us dancing as we do the shake for the second cocktail. They make it really fun. It's very interactive. They play different songs and they have like a playlist, so it really sets the tone and the atmosphere. This is our instructor for the cocktail making. That's Jen. Hey, Jen. So we're adding our ice. We used a shorter glass for the drink. And then this is us taking shots in between because what's a turn up without shots? So these are a lot of my friends and family. I love you guys. The last video is my best friend making a toast to me, the star of the show. Altogether, the experience is 3 hours and I would highly recommend check them out.